shall we move on to...
Should we move on to the topic of the evening? It was kind of off the back of the Kent Hovin video because people do find the whole topic of evolution interesting, especially as there are so many people like Kent Hovin who think it's a load of old shite, which is funny because that's exactly what he is. He is literally a pile of old shite wearing a Glenn Quagmire shirt. So we did a little bit of messing around and sort of asked Google a few questions, and this came up as one of the results, and it was talking about evolution. Because, Google don't listen into your conversations, do they? How else would they know? But it was just looking at sort of the cliff notes on the website. It was really interesting because there was things. See, this is where flat earthers go wrong. They fail to realize that almost every day is a school day. How many times have you learned something new and not even realized you've learned something new?
Yeah.
Because I had absolutely no clue that there were people. This is probably like not a nickname, but I'm sure they got an official name. High altitude humans, and they live at 8,200 feet above sea level. Now, if we tried living that high, we'd be getting nosebleeds, blood clots, and all sorts of problems, labored breathing. But these people, and I am using notes, right? Like I say, I've never pretended to be a scientist. I'm not. We're talking about this because Callum and I both were like, why is this so interesting?
Yeah, I think we started talking about it because, it is the next one, but we were talking about those, the sea nomad people. Because that's what I said about. Because we were talking about, obviously, current proofs of evolution that are happening right now.
Yeah.
And this kind of led us down this rabbit hole.
And realistically, these should all be things that even Kent Hovin couldn't argue with because they are literally happening now.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, it was the bad BAJAU, the Baju sea nomads. They can free dive to 230 feet, hold their breath for up to 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
See, this is what I don't understand, right? So I don't doubt that for a second, right? Because I'm not an idiot conspiracy theorist. But it's like, so if you have some sort of accident and you stop breathing, your brain is deprived of oxygen for, is it like more than 3 minutes or 4 minutes, somewhere around there, and then you're risking, life-changing injuries, some form of brain damage. But then there's people like this who can hold their breath for 15 seconds. I don't.
Yeah, it's literally that, and it's proof of, because what it says is, I feel like we're jumping ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking a question, and now you've started speaking, and I'm going, right, so that's right.
Yeah, we're in the set, yeah.
So, I told you, I did say I only skimmed through the show notes, so didn't I?
Because I think there's a lot of videos about all of these, and there's plenty of examples all over the world right now of...
Pull one up, let's get cleaned again, why not?
But no, that's what I think these, I can't remember, these high altitude humans, as they came out called. I can't remember. I think it's in there's Tibetan people, I think.
Yeah, it was
what
was it though?
I'm surprised we didn't put it on the notes.
Yeah, I know.
I'll find it now.
But it's just so cool, and it's things like that make people like Kent Hovin even more baffling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But the same can be applied, in my opinion, to any conspiracy theorist, because
the proof is out there.
We've all got these, even these. All this information is available to anybody who wants to read it. It's not some, secretive cabal hiding the fact that, I don't know, if you drink beer, you get pissed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not a big secret. And it's with even flat earthers. I hear them saying these things. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Just do a Google search or any search engine.
Yeah, but this is the problem now, is you just said the words Google search and then they go, aha.
Yeah, but unless the Google search they think supports their position.
Yeah, well, obviously,
then it's no longer aha. Then Google's awesome.
The same as you can say to any of them, show me proof. And then you go, okay.
Yeah.
And then you send them the link and they go, aha, it's NASA.
Yeah.
Can't trust NASA.
Exactly.
It's always the most convenient. Everything that disagrees with them is wrong and everything agrees with them is right.
Please subscribe. Evolution. But yeah, like I say, so we came across this while we were looking for something to talk about. And it's just...
It's insane how many examples there are.
Those first two. There's our notes, right? No secrets in here. Definitely no secrets in here.
Yeah.
This is just the first two. The high altitude peepsicles and the underwater peepsicles. How can you... What does it say they've evolved? Like oxygen tanks on the back or something? When you dive, your body's dive reflex kicks in, yeah? I know that. Heart slows, blood goes to vital organs. And your spleen squeezes out, and your spleen squeezes out extra oxygenated blood. The Baja difference, their spleens are about 50% larger than their neighbors. Well, they've been measuring, have they? Think of it as a bigger scuba tank inside, giving them an extra 9% oxygen, a 9% extra oxygen boost.
So yeah, they basically have got an extra oxygen tank. But inside,
yeah,
it's insane.
Exactly, and yet you've still got people like Ken Torvin who say evolution isn't. That's evolution.
Yeah,
and probably in 500,000 years they'll be even better at doing it.
Yeah, and I saw something. I don't know if it's in the notes or if it's in a video I was watching earlier, but the proof that it's evolution and not adaptation is it's not only the people who dive who have the enlarged spleens.
Yeah.
So everyone, even the people who don't do that for a living or don't go diving,
yeah, they've also,
yeah. It's genetic.
Yeah.
It's not like their spleens have adapted because they've been diving since young. They're born with it.
Yeah.
And whether you're in the water or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
fascinating.
It is really, really interesting. For the science buffs, it's linked to a gene called PDE10A, which affects the size of the spleen, and BDKRB2. That's C-3POs, mate, isn't it, from Star Wars? Which helps with the dive reflex. What we should have put? What's the dive reflex? It's your, I think it's your body sort of trying to not panic because it knows it's somewhere it shouldn't be.
Oh, is that the thing where you start?
Yeah, that could be. I could have just completely made that up unless I was right, in which case I'll take full credit.
This shows how much of an educated and cultured man I am. All my knowledge of holding your breath comes from David Blaine. So
he did it for about 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's the thing is I everything I've learned about what happens to the human body when you hold your breath comes from David Blaine.
I'm convinced to this day. I don't care what anyone says. I don't even care if he was out of the country because he's David Blaine. I am certain I walked past David Blaine in Times Square, bit further up than Times Square.
Yeah, I remember you saying that at the time.
I put money on it.
I remember you saying that at the time.
But anyway.
But yeah, sorry. The reason I brought up David Blaine was because he said, like, not he said, sorry. I remember when, I think it was the first time, someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was the first time he tried to break the record for holding his breath. It was after he had, remember when he lived in that like fishbowl for 7 days?
Yeah. No.
And at the end, you don't remember that?
No, I said yeah automatically, and then I realized no, I got no clue. I've seen him as an ice cube buried underground.
Yeah,
standing on a pole.
The box in
London by Tower Bridge.
Yeah, he lived underwater. He obviously didn't hold his breath for a week, but
he's good, but he's not that good.
But so he lived under the water, and he had his oxygen, whatever. And at the end of that, he attempted to break the world record, and he started like, what?
You've just reminded me of another evolution proof related to water.
Okay, go on then.
So you know when you go in the bath or the shower and you get the old crinkly old lady fingers?
Yeah.
Do you know what that's by design? That's so that we don't fall and
it's grip, isn't it?
Injure our coccyx in the shower.
Yeah.
It's another part of how we evolved. And we evolved the,
So what is the evolution? So what is the purpose? What's the evolution?
Grip.
It is literally just grip.
Grip when you're sort of, I suppose, back in the day, 6,000 years ago, if you had to run away from a T-Rex, then, you sort of would have had to evolve leg muscles. They would have been like Popeye's arms. So, and if you were, you were barefoot or naked, or if you were posh, maybe you had a fig leaf. And if you were sort of perspiring, it could do it, because when you perspire, you lose grip. And when you're soaked, it does it then so that you can grip stuff. But anyway, the dive reflex, right? It's kind of what I said, but I just explained it terribly.
Okay.
So it's basically when a mammal's face is submerged in water, especially when they're holding their breath. It's stupid putting your face in the water and not holding your breath, isn't it? No wonder people only used to live till 35 in the 1840s. And the reflex helps the body to conserve oxygen and protect vital organs during periods of apnea. I don't know what that is. Apnea as in...
So is that...
As in not breathing for a fixed period of time.
Right.
Like my dad's got sleep apnea. My mother, it's like she sleeps with Darth Vader every night. And he was sort of stopping breathing when they did the test. I think the longest he stopped breathing for was like 1 minute and 14 seconds.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So that's when they give him the old, I am your father. They give him one of them.
He is your father, correct?
Yeah.